Hey guys, welcome back to another P3D video. And, well, a bit unusual today, as you can see. It is not the usual aircraft that we have on the channel as a full flight video. We have, I think I've flown this maybe twice or once, I can't quite remember, and only on stream. If you guys are wondering what it is, you can see it's just on the engine there. It's the Citation CJ2. This is also by Carenado. Let's go open up the passenger door. Yes, this is done by Carenado. It is absolutely amazing. I've done some flights with it, sorry, on stream and off stream as well, off the channel. Just get to know it. It's awesome. So recently, Malaga Professional has been released, and I was thinking just to check it out really. I have checked it out, just to make sure the scenery works, and also, first of all, once I just checked the scenery works, FPS was absolutely gorgeous, because it's fully P3D version 4 compatible with the version 4 SDK, which is why some airports you might find you get a bit of lag, but once you get airports with the P3D version 4 SDK, then it's nice and compatible. So yeah. We're at the Valencia GA aircraft part of it, so there's no I haven't really upped the density on GA aircraft and Ultimate Traffic Lives. There's only like 2 there, and just us really. But we do have quite a lot of other commercial airlines. We've got Europa, and well, that's actually there. That's it right there at the moment. Got and then Air Nostrums dotting around Lufthansa and the Swiss. That's it really. So yeah, we are in the CJ2, and we'll get the aircraft set up, and also GSX uses passengers. You can board a GSX and just get the passengers on board from this little truck, which is awesome. Let's go inside the cockpit. So this is what it looks like. If you guys haven't seen it much, I do have the GPU set up. So if you go down here to the DC power unit, I can go to the battery page, and all the noises, the sounds you can start to hear. So avionics can turn on as well, and what we can do to make these brighter, we bring up this knob, and there we go. So first of all, what I want to do is go to the not the format. You can see it's kind of like, it takes a while. I'm going to go to the reference page, and I just want to make sure my pressure is set into HPA mode, which is just syncs it up with Europe. So currently, as we are set up in HPA mode, let's go to LEVC on active sky, and the current pressure is 1017. Actually, I could just click B to find out. But hey. So yeah, so we've got power in the aircraft, which is currently using the GPU power. We can turn on the radios if you wanted to. So there we go. And set it to 2000 if you want, I don't mind. And so this is where the engines are, the flaps, and you also got the, well, this is the throttle, and you can, I think that's a lock. I'm not quite sure what this exactly is. Right here. Does something. That's fine. Up here you can see, this is where you can see your toga, climb and cruise. I have set up the fuel and weight. You can see we don't have a lot of fuel on the board right now. Only got 670 tons in each tank, but that is perfectly enough just to do a short hop across to Malaga, which is just down the coast of Spain. Okay. What we can do, as we're just sitting here, well, we can turn off the beacon, for example. We'll turn on the nav, and that's good. Set up the flight plan, and pause in it first, and say where we are. So we're at Valencia, and that's really it for now. That's how you do the pause in it. Just making sure I haven't flown this actually in a while. I did say I have been flying it, but I haven't flown it in a while. Destination is Malaga, and no alternates, fine. We can we can put the departure and arrival in. If we say we're departing out of runway 12, and we are doing the Astra 4 Golf, and execute, we can go back to the I think it's a perf, was it? No, flight plan page, sorry, and you can see the runway 12 is there. So from the Astra 4 Golf departure, we're going on the UM 985. No, I can't do that. Let me just go and check the legs page and make sure if it goes off to Astro. And yeah, it's just doing the LMG thing there, which is why I didn't quite make it. So we go back to the flight plan. We can do a direct if we wanted to, so that will help it out. So we do direct to Z-bar, or yeah, I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure, like so, and that would help it out. Just the next page, then you can do the rest of it. So this is the UM 985, and there we go. And this is the only one we're doing after VBAS. The winds are kind of like typical at Malaga, so we can actually do the arrival into Malaga as well, which on arrival will be an ILS 1.2. I'm not sure which Z or Y approach to do into 1.2. They're kind of the same really. Just different type of aircraft, but I'm gonna go for the Y, and on that to be the let's keep scrolling. The VBAS, the crazy one, the 1DCQ, that one. Transition at Tulsu. Execute, and that's our flight plan entered. You can see it's actually going to take us up to 280. But we can change that if we wanted to. It's kind of a typical 280. The aircraft kind of puts in itself, but you can change it if you wanted to. So if I wanted to, I could change, like, shall we say we're going to cruise at 350, and well, I have to do the slash, like so. I'm not sure if you can change the cruise altitude in like FMC or not. Was it FMS? I'm not sure. But there we go. I'm going to keep that VBAS one at 280, just in case. This is the last waypoint. Okay. So that's that, all entered, and awesome. I don't think there's much else to do. I mean, once we get closer we can tune in the approach and everything. There's not much. We can probably change the display to get rid of the we can get on the waypoint now. Turn off everything really. We could do airports to see nearest airports, but VORs and NDBs and waypoints aren't really needed. Had a little lag spike there. But we can just keep it on the legs page, which is fine. And you can see it's all entered in now as well. You can see our departure out. And yeah. Okay. That's all good and set up. And what we can do is request GSX to get boarding. We're just going to do service air. That sounds suitable. And obviously we're not going to do a pushback. Just going to click prepare for pushback, sorry. But no pushback anyway. You can see parking brake set, which is nice. I'm going to come down here, and what I want to do is going to turn on the fuel boost. So I'm just going to get everything set up for the engine start, okay? We're going to get the ignitions, we're going to get all the generators and the fuel boost on, ready for engine start. Not turning the engines just now, but just ready for the engine start. I'm going to set the beacon on. I think it's the beacon, yeah. And that'll just, well, when we get the engine started up, that's what we're going to do. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, we've got a nice little van just getting our passengers to the aircraft. I'm not sure if you can actually be able to hear them boarding or not, but yeah. Okay. 6 out of 6 passengers have boarded, which is lovely. I think I've entered that in anyway, which is perfect. And yeah, so that's going to go now, and we can close the door. Departure without pushback, so we don't need that tug at all. And what I'm going to do is just bring down the range. We can just zoom in a bit more and see a bit more things. Okay, what I'm going to do is quickly cut the video and find out our V-speeds, and yeah, be back in just a moment. Okay, welcome back, and the V-speeds have been calculated. Well, not calculated, you can just work them out from the charts that they give you once you get the aircraft from Carenado. So just entering the V-speeds here, so V1 is 108, VR of 115, and V2 of 122, which is like so. and this one can just be whatever you want. I might just have it 20 knots above, which is just probably like, I don't know, climb speed. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but that's that entered. Nice. Okay, go to the next page of refs. That's just for the approach and reference. That's just for that, and yeah, that's it. Awesome. So what we do is get the engine started up, but first, before we get the engine started up, make sure we get the static elements and the ground power, and now we can get the engine started up. So what we do is just hit the ignition start here. You can actually see it spooling up, which is nice, and you can see it spooling up. You actually click that. It's kind of the same as the 737. Wait for it to see that it's spooling up, and then you just bring in the fuel. There's no fuel switch, but the actual fuel switch is the throttle itself, which is kind of confusing. Not too confusing, but it just took me a while to find out how to get the fuel on board. Okay, so as we're turning on the engines, anti-skid's coming on. I don't need any of these lights down here. It is the day, and beacon can now come on. Let's start the number 1, and we can see it's coming alive, which is very nice. We can start up the engine. Okay, you can see some warnings up here as well. They'll just turn off once we've got the engine started up, and once all the engines started up and stable, there we go. I can bring the fuel boost down to normal, probably just off actually, and ignition can come off now. You can see here we got the these two. They'll just come off once we get the engines properly started up. Actually, it did say we didn't have the attendants off. Not attendance, don't worry. The PS heater, if you guys have worked out, PS stands for pitot static, so we're going to turn that on, and the pitot's now online, so we can actually get a true airspeed and everything. Okay, so we did say we're going to cruise at 350, so let's just enter that in. 350, and that's entered. Okay, so we're just going to quick flight control check, make sure everything's all free, and it does feel free, and the rudder looks awesome. Let's get the yoke out of the way so I can release the parking brake and bring us some engine throttle. Actually, let's take a look outside. You can see engines have started, and I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but once you bring the throttles further enough, you can see they open up and you can actually get some thrust, and you start moving, which is awesome. And hopefully you don't forget to set the timer on takeoff. It's a typical thing with me. So this guy is just in the way, just trying to squeeze around him. I think we've just got enough space. My wing just went over the tug part of it, which is just luckily just missed him. Okay. As I'm doing this, I'm trying to look at the charts for Valencia so I know where I'm taxiing. Okay, we're going to taxi up here, I know that, and we're going off to runway 12. We're not going to go right to the end of it. There's a very long runway. It is 3,200 meters. Let's try and steer the aircraft correctly. 3,200 meters long. On the charts, we're currently taxiing down Mike 2, and then from there we're going to turn left onto Sierra 2, and then cross Tango 2 onto Sierra 3, cross Tango 3 onto Sierra 4, and go to Tango 4 hold short. That's pretty much our taxi today. So you see there's Mike 2 right there, you can see on the ground. Got some other aircraft taxiing around there on the left. As you can see, I think there's a Swiss about to take off actually as well, which is going to be interesting. I set this N1 setting to toga, so I know what my toga speed is for takeoff. So when I set engine throttles, I know exactly what to set. I think I went around that corner just a tad too fast, but hey. You can see, obviously, the thing I showed you that opens up when you bring in some throttle is that a 10 unlock. Ground idle will come off once we get to toga. So it's going to carry on taxi down here for quite a while. We're going to set the taxi light on, but we don't really need to. I'll set them straight to landing lights once we get taken off. We do have the beacon lights on, so that's a good start. Got some very old Iberia Air Nostrum aircraft. all been just left there. Iberia, I think. I'm not sure if they're A310s or not. I think they are. I think maybe A310s. It's kind of struggling to keep an eye on the taxiway. I probably could, instead of going to Tango 4, go to Tango 3. That might be a bit cheeky. I think that would be good. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. See the Swiss there. It's going to be probably going taxi down to Hotel 8, which is right at the end of runway 12, and we might be able to sneak ourselves in. Here's Tango 3 on the right. Yeah, I think we will be able to sneak ourselves in if I try and taxi quickly. Okay. So on our right here. Like so. And we might be able to make ourselves sneak in. It should be able to wait for us on our departure out of here. We are going south of the airport. It's going north, so we shouldn't be able to collide. It might be going a bit faster on takeoff. Is that another aircraft down there? I have to wait for that. The A320 is waiting behind a Cessna 172. Okay, we're going to make our way onto the runway. Turn on the anti-collision light, turn on the landing lights, and line up. This is a no flap takeoff when I calculated the V speeds, which is good and awesome. So all the lights are on, and yeah, we're pretty much good for takeoff. I mean, you could set this to on out, like so. And if we just sit here, hold the brakes, do a quick thrust lever control, just make sure everything's all good. The engines take some time to spool up, but that looks good. I'm going to set the N1 to, oh, it doesn't like the no flaps for takeoff, but that's fine. I'm going to set N1. Oh, the takeoff speed pretty much. Oh wow, that wind's strong. It just pushed me straight to the right there. I don't want to be too violent on the rudder. Airspeed's alive. There's probably 100 knots already. Yeah, I don't want to be too violent on the rudder there. Apparently there's nice V speeds for some reason. And there we go. That's the V speeds. That's weird. Right, pause the rate to gear up. And it's going to make our way out of the airport. Take a look at that. Looking absolutely beautiful. Just trying to keep ourselves in a direct line. I'm going to actually activate the nav and the VNav as well. Just going to do our little manual takeoff for now, coming out, and then I'll bring in the autopilot soon. Just going to keep the nose nice and high. We need to do like a nice, not too strong of a fast climb, but it'll be good. So let's set the climb N1, so we know what the climb N1 should be, because there's no autothrottle on this aircraft. Yeah. Obviously the VNav is not liking us climbing so fast. But once we get into the turn, we should start to ascend a bit more slowly, and the VNav should catch up with us. You can see we've climbed very fast. Which is lovely for a private jet. Get out of the area of the big commercial airliners. So transition altitude is 6,000 feet, we did actually just pass that, so set that to standard pressure. And what I'm going to do, instead of actually activate VNav, I'm going to get flight level change. As that will just hold our, try and hold our speed. Stay at the speed using the pitch of the aircraft, if that makes sense. So if it needs to speed up, it'll bring the nose down. If it needs to slow down, it'll bring the nose up. So that's how flight level change works. And the autopilot is just down here. Turn on the autopilot like so. That'll just line up with the flight director here. And there you go. So just doing the flight level change all the way up to our altitude, which is 350. And what I'm going to do is cut into the cinematics of this wonderful aircraft as we reach into cruise. You can see the exterior views, and just for now we're going to look at these awesome other views. This Valencia port, or whatever you call it down there, it's a port. And it's also not liking the anti-ice. Landing lights off, and we activate the anti-ice. Let's get the wing anti-ice on as well, and yeah. So we're doing the right turn now, apparently. Hopefully the aircraft realises that, because it's not doing a right turn. We'll wait and see what it does. I think it's going to start turning right soon. Bring out the range actually, that'd be nice. Once more. Yeah, if it doesn't turn right, that's going to be a bit of the problem. Just going to wait into this for now. Deactivate and activate it. Okay, that was weird. I just had to deactivate and activate it again. I just saw the FMS. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the takeoff out of Valencia. And yeah, not sure what the type of departure we're doing again. Is it Astro 4F or 4 Golf? I think it's the 4 Golf, wasn't it? I can't remember. But yeah, hope you liked our departure out of Valencia. I'll see you down in the descent down into Malaga. I did say I hope I don't forget to set the timer. I forgot to set the timer. So yeah, that's that. I mean, I could start it now. I mean, could add like extra 2 or 5 minutes or something to it. I'll see you in the descent down into Malaga. That should be like 40 minutes time. It's a really short flight. And yeah, enjoy the cinematics of this wonderful Embraer. Is it an Embraer? I think it is an Embraer. I'm not sure. It's a Citation. No, it's not. It's a Cessna Citation CJ2. What am I about? It's not an Embraer at all. It's a Cessna Citation CJ2, and for some reason I thought that was wing condensation, but it's obviously not. It's Carenado, and it's not the conditions for wing condensation at all. So yeah, I'll see you down in the descent down into Malaga in 30 minutes time or so, and there we go, the aircraft wing is now levelling out. That's what I was looking for. And just cinematics, and goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back into the descent down into Malaga, with the Malaga Professional, that is, version 1.0. And yeah, so actually this was released, I think this airport was released like, at the time of recording. This is today, so I got it nice and early. We're just passing 12,000 feet with the transition altitude at 6,000. The QNH right there is 1017, no, that's Valencia still. Malaga is 1017 as well, actually. I can probably bring down the speed here. Update the VNav, and there we go. Let's update the VNav every waypoint. I don't know why, but I just have to. Zoom in a bit more now. Okay. Actually, let's bring out some engine speed. There we go. Okay, so we got not a lot of fuel left, actually. We should have enough, just enough for our landing. Been flying for probably 47 minutes. We did forget to set timer at the start of takeoff, which is why that's happening. So probably bring the tilt down just as we see the weather a bit better. We go to the tune page. We can actually go and tune in the localizer frequency, which is at 110.55. I'll do it for both, like so. And that's entered. And final cruise or course is 119, which we'll have to enter once we get the VOR locked up, or localizer, sorry. We can't change it just now, it's a bit annoying. Alrighty. It's about to pass 10,000 feet as well, very soon. Guess we could probably change the 110.55 here as well. Okay, that just does it both. Oh, that's already entered when you enter it from here. Oh. I was just looking at the right column to actually look at the left one. So I'll update the VNav every now and then because the different speed changes. It's quite mountainous where we are right now. I think Malaga's just down there, just past the south of the mountains. It's going to go through them. They're like 5,000 feet tall, which is kind of cool. What waypoint am I coming up to? Okay, that's a waypoint I do not know. Okay, we probably should have turned on the traffic to be honest, but I don't see many air traffic around here. Also, traffic live is running, isn't it? Yeah. I guess I could put the heading in, so 119. I guess I can put the heading in, so 119. So we're going to go into heading mode. When we activate the localizer, we can just get the course set up, and then we can activate the autopilot again. The full approach, so 119. And there we go. Right, so also I need to go to the charts, and landing elevations, probably sea level, I believe. Turn on the lights. Is it sea level? Yeah, pretty much. That's what we need to know. And so it is temperature of 20 degrees, and so VREF is 111. That's the wrong one. So that's our landing speed. Oh, I need to click, don't I? 111. Okay, and V approach is 121. It's going to do 10 knots above, and the barrier reference is I think we're a Bravo aircraft, which is 310. 310. Quickly update the VNav. For some reason, just holding at this altitude for some reason. Okay. I'm not sure why, but hopefully the aircraft wakes up and says, "Oh wait, no, don't hold." It's probably because this is above. I'm going to make that exactly that, and that exactly that. Just lock that in position. yeah, well, it just thinks that's that. Okay, that's fine then. Doesn't need to descend just yet, does it? Every now and then, just double check. Right, let's bring down the speed now. Probably down to 200 knots. Should be at 4,800 feet from where we are now. So yeah, I'm not sure what the aircraft's trying to do there. I could, oh, lag spike, airport loading in. Turn off the autopilot for now. Bring the pitch down. Activate vertical speed. Or not. I thought I could turn on the autopilot again. Vertical speed, there we go. I think it'll just hold its pitch, I'm not sure. Guess not. VNav's not working either. There we go, VNav's not active. That's very weird. Okay, bring the aircraft speed down a bit. Just help the aircraft and the VNav. Don't want to slow down too much. Don't want to go into the stall. And so once we get into the what I want to do is click the preset here, localizer 2, as you can see. We'll click that and activate the localizer. We see all the frequencies all come up and everything. Kind of cool. I'll activate it once we turn left, and we should be aligned up with the runway, more or less. So it's passing 6,000 feet here. Actually, oh, let's set seatbelt signs on. Whoopsies. So 1017, like so. Yes, it's giving us false readings, so I'm going to turn off the autopilot here and activate that, and change the course to 1117. 119, sorry. Okay, this is really awkward flying right now. Okay, so let me get down on the VNav, just flies it manually for now. Don't want to drop the aircraft too much. I'm going to bring the aircraft to the right a bit, land at the runway. I do have the runway in sight, which is awesome. That's very good. So I'm just lining up the localizer right now. And that's all nicely lined up. So I'll bring the aircraft to the left a bit. Activate the approach if I can. Can't, I think a bit too far out for now. Bring the nose down just a tad. Just going to trim the aircraft so I don't have to really move the yoke that much. And I think the glide slope's coming in now, ever so slowly. Be landing with full flaps, and unfortunately this is not the runway I really wanted to land on, but it's just what we're going to have to do, because the general aviation sector is a bit like the far east of the airport, southeast of the airport, so it would have been nicer to land on runway 13, but apparently normally land on runway 12, so that's that. Turn off the flight director because it's giving us float. Actually, I can turn it on, turn off the VNav. Okay, can activate the approach.
2500.
And go around is, well, there's no go around, so it's going to do 2500 there. And we'll start bringing the speed down. And slowly get back on that glide slope if we can. Nice to. Right, what I'm going to do now is bring out this first set of flaps. That'll help bring the speed down. Glide slope is now coming in, which is nice. Awesome. Okay, I can see that glide slope coming in. Trying to fight the trim here as well. Just trying to trim it as our speed comes down. Bring the gear down as well. Gears down 3 greens. There's the first set of white, red pappies, sorry. Okay, let's bring out the speed again. And the trim can come up just a tad. I'll bring out the throttle, not the speed, sorry. You just have enough fuel for landing, which is lovely. Probably just enough for a go around if we need to. Don't think we need to do a go around at all though. The landing approach is going quite well. A bit gusty, not too bad though. Next set of flaps. And bring all the flaps out for landing. Bring in some more engine power. Don't want to slow down too much. And we do need to bring the nose down as we
500.
Bring the flaps out as it brings more lift. Trying to get those 2 pappies again. Those 2 whites. There we go.
300.
Should approach minimum soon.
Minimum 200.
Continue. Right, let's get below the glide slope here. Bit tricky to fly the aircraft, but hey.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Right. Idle throttle.
10.
Touchdown. And literally don't have to do any braking because the engines have got these manual reverses. I guess we could brake a little bit and come off this exit here. And welcome to Malaga, everybody. This is the Echo 8 exit, which is actually kind of perfect as speed brakes can come back in. Flats are coming back up. Nice. Okay, coming in a bit fast here. We're going to turn off the landing lights to taxi and bring the anti-collision lights off. Nice, stop the timer. Is that 57 minutes flight time, so pretty much an hour. And what we're going to do is taxi straight down there and make our way to the GA aircraft section. If you guys are wondering what our landing rate was, the landing rate for today was -155. -155. Hopefully you got all that. Okay. So yeah. GA parking is very far away from here right now. So it's going to keep taxiing down here. And there goes a Lufthansa. See, they're taking off that runway. So that's why I had to land on that one runway over there. I guess we do a bit of a fast taxi, you can see I'm doing right now. It would have been nice to turn off the flight director and some of all of these other stuff. And probably turn off the traffic now. And also the TCAS, which is over here. Not too off, just a standby. And that's all good. So the presets back to FMC mode. And I think that's all good for now. Taxiing a bit faster, steering's a bit hard to do. Another Lufthansa just parked at the gate as well. And here we go. Turning a left onto Alpha. And all the way down here. Is this Alpha or Bravo? I think this is Bravo actually. It's Bravo. I lied. Let's double check with the charts. Yeah, this is definitely Bravo. So yeah, this is the Malaga Professional, and I used to have terrible frames at this airport, day and night, especially at night. But now I've got loads of AI, and in this very high detailed cockpit as well, and getting some really good frames. I'm not sure exactly what the frames are, but I'm probably thinking maybe 30 frames, which is really good. Did I see British Airways A320? Yes, I did. I'm not sure if this airport uses SOD or not. Can't remember. It would have been nice to see some SOD. But looks like we can't carry on taxiing down there, so we're going to go up to Alpha and make our way down to the GA aircraft area. Any other aircraft waiting for takeoff? No, it's just that Lufthansa we just saw. Ooh, just missed the turning there. Take a look at the passenger view or something. Yeah, I hope you guys loved the cinematics as well. That was a nice little approach there as well. You can tell I'm a bit rusty with this aircraft, and actually I haven't flown it in ages actually. It's not the best of aircraft at flying, but I guess it's a new thing for the channel. If you guys liked it, give the video a thumbs up, I'll take a look, and if you guys love the video, I'll be sure to add some more private jet aircraft to the channel. More of the CJ2. I do actually have a Phenom 300 in the hangar as well. So if you want to see Phenom 300, that's got the G1000 glass cockpit avionics. Also just comment if you want to see this aircraft again, or you want to see the Phenom. If it gets a lot of demand, I will start bringing it in as well. Like I said at the start of the video, I think I said at the start of the video, I'm not sure. I don't think I did. At the start of the video, I was going to say there's a flight requests link in the bottom of the description. You can request a flight for the channel. Okay, I'm literally terrible at taxiing this aircraft. You can request a flight on the channel, and I'll take a look. If it is a real world flight, I will probably fly it. If not, then well, I'm not going to fly it, am I? But I'd love to do some flights requested by you guys, so you guys can be a bit more happy and stay with the channel. And yeah, so flights that you request that'll be under 2 hours have a chance of making it into the let's go on to Alpha here. Have a chance of making it into, let's actually taxi down here to Golf 1. Have a chance of making it into streams if it's under 2 hours long, and flights that are like over 2 hours or long hauls or like 777, 747 sort of aircraft have a chance of making it into the full flight videos that I do, for example like this one. So yeah, if you guys want to request a flight, there's a link in the description, and it's kind of self-explanatory. There's pretty much helps examples once you enter it in, and let's go park up here. So yeah, if you want to request a flight, links in the description, and all you need to enter is the flight number, the arrival airport and departure airport, both in the ICAO code forms. That's the 4 letters of the airport. That's not the aircraft here. So yeah, 4 letters that is. So for example, Heathrow is EGLL, and for example here at Malaga, it is LEMG. Let's go and get some ground power connected up. So let's go and get rid of the, well, not get rid of the engines, but turn them down if I can. There's a way. There we go. And yeah, turn off these. Avionics can go actually as well. Turn them down first, and then avionics can now go. Apparently have the left ignition on. What they want to do some sort of dance or something? I'm not sure. It's very weird. Turn off the anti-ice. The pitot statics can come off. The beacon light can now come off. Open up the doors, and we can probably just request deboarding, like so. Get rid of the seatbelt signs as well. Anti-skid can come off, and yeah. So welcome. Oh wow, it's loud inside my headphones right there. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the flight, and yeah. So all you need to do is enter the flight number, enter the departure airport, ICAO form, arrival airport, ICAO form, and also you can enter the aircraft. Good website to find if you want to look up a real world flight. You can use the website called FlightAware. You can type in the airport, let's say Manchester, it will come up the ICAO, so you know what that is, and you can look up some real world flights. So yeah, hope to do the flight with the Cessna Citation CJ2, and let's complete the flight on Project Fly. and I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye.